name of our program is Breakfast in the Hallway. This started in August 2017 after 3 years of trying to implement breakfast carts, grab-and-go cafeteria models. Our principals were frustrated by all the trash that was being left behind in the hallways. And breakfast in the classroom is not really a realistic model in a high school where you have anywhere from 40 to 50 substitutes on a daily basis. We really felt it was best to start it at the start of second period and bring the breakfasts to the classrooms and allow the teachers to manage getting the kids out of the classrooms and the behavior associated with that, and we just provide the meals and are able to count and claim correctly. In the state of Texas, districts are allowed to have instructional days or instructional minutes. By having the breakfast in the classroom and just having the kids pick it up and eat it in the classroom, those minutes where the kids are actually eating the food is considered instruction. They're able to journal, catch up on homework as they're eating their breakfast. As soon as students go into their classrooms at approximately 9:07, 9:08, we start with the Pledge of Allegiance, the Texas Pledge, and a moment of silence. During that same period of time, our breakfast carts come from the cafeteria and line up strategically in the hallways, where students are then ready to receive their meals as soon as announcements begin. So immediately after our moment of silence, the person conducting the announcements will indicate to teachers to please release their students to go pick up a breakfast. So what prompted this model is we had trash all over the school. Because we had breakfast carts all over the school, students would leave their trash all over the school. When we moved to this model, teachers were concerned about trash staying in their classrooms for an extended period of time. What we do is we give each teacher a trash liner, so students are able to dump any of their trash in that trash liner, and they set it outside their classroom. No more than 20 minutes after the breakfast service, we go by each hallway and pick up the trash that's outside. So the janitors aren't involved in this at all. Because we're not using the cafeteria as a place of service, we're able to use those staff that were assigned to cafeteria cleanup to go by hallway and pick up the trash.
We also have a group of students in our special education classroom who are teaching job employability skills. So what we do is we have our children in our special needs classroom who will pack and stack a lot of the breakfast items. So they're also learning job skills, they're learning assembly, and they're helping out our cafeteria staff. And they really feel good about being a part of the school environment and helping out that way.
We were approached by the special education department about being able to pay in-house some of our high-functioning, especially autistic kids, to help in the cafeteria. And so we hire 2 students a year to be co-op students in our cafeteria program. And so those students come in right after breakfast and help with both breakfast and lunch production. They have their food handler certification, and they are paid just like any of our other part-time workers. So we're very fortunate. We do not have a lot of waste, no more than 10 to 15 servings of hot, and then everything else is recyclable. District-wide, we were in the 50th percentile in participation, but our high schools were in the low 20s for breakfast. Prior to this program, again, our highest school, Rowe High School, was in the 40s. Everybody else was in the high 30s in terms of meal participation based on kids that were in attendance. So it was time for us to make a change, and I think presenting the EcoDisc information, how many of our families were receiving food stamps and TANF benefits, and really our ability to empathize with those families and motivate those children to learn really is what helped this program take off. All of our comprehensive high schools are now anywhere from the high 80s to the high 90s on a daily basis. So simply the change in breakfast in the hallway has netted in the last 2 years an extra $908,000. We now just had to submit a plan for excessive fund balance as a result of being innovative and specifically targeting our kids' eating. We have older facilities, and so we needed to make sure that there was a place to store anywhere from 16 to 18 carts in one school. And we were able to find a cart that is able to transform itself into a standing position for storage, which requires a 2x2 square foot radius. I'm very proud of this program. I know that there's a need for kids to eat, I am a parent in the district and I do value the importance of school breakfast, and this has been a program that lets us overcome the stigma associated with school meals. It is now cool to eat school breakfast, and the end result of that is that hungry kids are part of the cool group and not having to search for food. And that to me is the most important part of this program.